Online TV, First of Ken TV, and I think TV as your phone you know Kwaba Shonko and Fambra Showdown Jumedi Sumeji is so bad another room where I do be around here and now watching for Sanso Ababa to your bed or body and as your son says you know whom brad do be nashing and Shubushia and Gasabi Numi Nunano and Kayentias over the weekend say near my baby nana course so ever my gun and the Matsna for them Hanusia. Mebabe pese ninyi demu Ediama Meshe ye Baba se unya subscribe ya. O subscribe to the channel Emma Miana Adoma na dan channel. Wa click so Ediama video biara ye de betu bia no. Eyadia ubenya notification. Uwie so a na wa share video we ama unie be ono so wa share Ediama obi fufo no wa ka kire ne se na na ya se wa sa so agide adwa ache se de yakoso o man Ghana no. Enne wo ba be pese ninyi na mu ama mu nyina no maso etimi atibi jumedi ye so de dan de nyina no. Menemua ena edi ntina metuja wa hanum se no na wo so comment section na sana dwentwe biara wo bia no na wo so wo de fa honom edi ama me enani de kai a wo showdown jumedi so a program ye de so mo Mondays to Fridays on Mondays Wednesdays and then Fridays ye ma communicators ahodo na akwanya wo me ka me ho e wo fidiom hanum se ya to adwen ya hwetwe nkomo kwai o my Ghana be fa so ebetumpon ye de ni nyina no e be so mo e wo fidiom ha but on Tuesdays and then on Thursdays there be ye menema bedwafo menema hwefo sorry menema hwefo eja me fire wa hanum se ya no wo so wo ma frɛ abadwumedie no so na wo so de wo ma dwenkyerɛ aba I see a lot of comments most times say o say me to be phone lines no etum de bia emre ekonanim no trust me say meye ni nyina no e de amamum ye try say ye be hwe ye time ne ade ho nti se ne kwan be mu a metuja no wa na kwan be mu a mebi atum na eja mo so mafrɛ abadwumedie ne so na ma na da kasafoni ne no we ne jujumedie ho be so ba na obeso yase a wetimi aba na eja wa ba be so yase product a woto no frɛ ye nko ade a trust me say mebo ho de ro e de amount na ne nyina so enko de wie ye no and then de ye de ya e ade a communicators baba be come ho exactly 3 p.m. na ejade ye koso o my Ghana na yato adwen e de afa ho sa so e na 180p so e de newspaper review no e be ba be so mo de si amidi e de dara ya se wa eja nda me besa mese mo mbre bese ye kɔ ne pa nyame ya do ma September 5th e na akwatia by election no sorry September 2nd e na akwatia by election no ba so exactly a week today nti ene na watch pepe ne de e da bi nyampa e china mbom na watch na chese akwatia by election no niema ekosho wano e wo hono last weekend me hu se NDC amanyo company for wom Julius Debra say wo mani bede ya nkasa wo nyina no kopie wo hono me de campaign ne mu odin campaign chenchire chankasa and wo mo ye e wo hono ma wo mo hwese nyame ya dom on the September 2nd amafudu kokromote no ebeto aba ede ama wo mo na NDC amanyo ko no so sabre ya me no wo kase wo ma no demo ankasa sunset Tamale Central so ekunya ba beda hono ma je se MPP amanyokuo no kra de wo ma roro wo mo safely ho wo me decide say eyade a wo mo en contest but according to esi educate ya ne se bi oni tu dwa no wo kire se enipa che se wo mo nyina na be pick forms a wo mo so be so wo mo contest e wa Tamale Central no wo mo akasa kra wo ye NDC fompo no eyade a agi wo mo nsem ankasa se wo ma hwehwu nipa dom se e na sabre so amene mo kasa akwatia honom no I think from last 2 weeks na metina sibia na me body rose eyade a IGP yohono wa Ghana fo nyina abo se nsemu na jese kosho ewo ablekuma no sa ne ma ne de nyade ajese ebi be kosho ewo akwatia ntina de a police for training na yemu odi yankasa ene ye training nkrofo a wo mo hwe se sa etwututu oye de pepper spray gu obi ani yabu obi ni ade nyina no enkoso ewo akwatia sa abre ya me mo kasempo no ade achese nipa 10 nipa du ya grabe wo mu ebuhwe nya asem ketwa na yesi ene etu agese enya mofre tuo yi bi dia police fo mpo wo mu ni bi no eno era sankrofo ni nyina no ekura se media maka chem se IGP die nani abede wo se nsemu na na anu ade ko so wa blekuma mpese ebi besi nti wa wanti efutuo wa ma adwe na nya adwuma na obekọ akwatia se okọ akodi nkwati asem ni ade ne na ndie obi besi di maya wo bedemu achankasa ena youth ne show dia abre ne abre bia ya na metumo fo se politicians ne de nyame adum wo manya wo mu ho awie ba me no mienu na agese ye adwuma boso be so ye be boso me so ye benya ye kakra wana bre ya bre wa bre bomu no na nya asem keto na so politicians wo manya wo mu ho se tam inti wudi wo machi ye ma wutuo ye ma be 100 cities 200 cities thousands say kona kodi nsemu na at the end of the day no na wo kwa akodem at the end of the day wo na be kwa akodem wo mo beda wo mo yire to ho wo mo ne wo mo ba beto nse didi ni ade inti wo na se bi ye be soma se kodi nsemu no wo ya no wadwi efie a wo firim abrante ya ye fra na chenkwa na ene de show busha me ne mo kase okopie mu o court ene so a ya ma ni bail eripa 8 helicopter crash e koshi Abranti etina wuntumi TV ekika nkwasi asem make allegations bi kura say ye man penny His Excellency John Dramani Mahama sa helicopter crash e kohwe just wonim hu bi ni ade ebusuafo ne point fingers at ono ene ya chi no nanu ada ya chi ni wo be ye dede am hero be ya me hero metina aka say sebi wo be ye hero enye nkwasi hero say ene okopie mu court ene so ya ma ni bail memani agye ho esan say ye twe na so nti no we nipa na wudi eche nim say bia join the political party bi eno nti ena na wudi nsemu no ni ade at the end of the day no sankrofo no wo muju wo mani wo ena wudem tiri wo ye youth na wo hwe showdown jumedi edi a efutuo no minjai madada ne de nyina no eya de a me de se efutuo no ebe mam wo ye bibi a wa hwe fie a wo firi wa hwe busu a wo firim wo bisa ho se daachi bi asam to daachi bi ye chiwa why eneba be jira wechi why eneba be ka hom na sabe ya me ne bo kase so de ebusua MPP abayoko no ye jademu ankasa ene de Kennedy ohine Japan di asan ankasa kane no ne de ye ka jade MPP abayoko no mani ye bo Kennedy ohine Japan dim Kennedy mre bi etwem wo be ka so boku hu sensem ne ntokwa ne ade on de obetumi aka ni plane na ye plane for say san ye ma ne nyina no eka hu bi ena ma MPP abayoko no 2024 election wo mentumi awie wo kan ye na mafo twe na basane sra wa be fontentan fidie hwe ne edidi atemamu oden Wamu ye ya ka say wono Kennedy ohine Japan mpo ena destroy MPP party no wono ena say party no wono na wo wie MPP party no sabre dia Bryan Acheampong so wakwa akokebi na Bryan dia nepa na bushia be hu say Bryan no nye be ma sa o chia kai ya ka bema chese wotumi china ne na so na bema wotumi di asam ne to ho no na asam ne ehome no Bryan Acheampong ne nka sam bema no ho esa say Bryan Acheampong over the weekend wono so ne mafu di nkomo esrese nyame ya aduma next year 31st of January wo to an wato abade di ama wono Bryan Acheampong no na wo kasa ne mu no wo ba be kire se eye MPP amanyoko 2024 election wi a wo mo wi yenim gwase wi just reporter I just say in the history of MPP amanyoko woman we side nimguase awi ni bidano won do obetumi aka say Dr. Mahmoud BAWUMIA enam boko ho ntokwa boko ho sensem mamprusidu kusasefo won ntokwa ya just say pagya di mu ya na nse ya tete se di asomdwe ya be san ne ma ni nyina no ka no ye no so onom won fa blame ni nyina no emfa ma Dr. Mahmoud BAWUMIA san say enye ono ana wo no weja wono ne ye wo ne betu mu enti ade na to na woye den ya aje so wo mu bi but santokwa no wo mu wogidie bi se wo mu ekofa candidate bi am woye mamprusi ni anaso woye kusasi ni wo mu de ne ba yade aje santokwa na wo bokoro ebe se kenya ni mu na bokoso ni mamprusi fo no wo mu fa kokromote no emfa nto aba emfa ma wo mu de biara da na sa azemi aje so wo be ka ye Yehowa wonim se ye de oro so 10 cents aba te ya ne Bryan Acheampong Dr. Bryan Acheampong Eastern region fo nyina wo mu sikeni ya ne wono na ja yes biggest hotel in West Africa ye ne de ye de ne 10 cents aba te ya just wono ne de sanse wonye be me sanse woni akukuduro ntino wode letter aba abonte ebuhua wo pacho na before ansa na ne letter no wode aba abonte no making kan ensem ewo mu ne di amamo no no kura sema Bryan Acheampong kan ya ene wo dwane no video no wo hodo ba mehye so obeka me ho ne yakọ na yakọ akotie ensema Dr. Bryan Acheampong wode tudwa wo kire so BAWUMIA de ankenkenken yo no neja wakọ akofa asema babata unfortunately ya ba be wo na tum ya ba wo na tum nso de ye de ba jese kusase ne mamprusi ntokwa no ebe gira ne na hwe papa ne yete sa video no emra sisia
a Muslim a Muslim president. And I still believe in that. To be a regional convention, we say we don't need a president from the north, or we don't need a president from the a Muslim or a northern. Nobody can convince me. I still believe that because our party must evolve as a national party. Nobody can convince me. But we need the first thing Emma put together is power. Two. In selecting our presidential candidate, we need to select one, even if we are going to select it from the north, one that can win us power. And I have said it, that if a Muslim candidate now, or a Gabumbani, Gagatini, or a Bimoba, any other tribe, or will be a problem, may make that kind of chapa and come out of the Bryan is a fine candidate. He will have a big candidate. He's only a victim of circumstance. He's only a victim of circumstance. And then there are who feedback. Kusansi for any man pieces for no problem. President Kufuano, or we need MPP voter or Kusansi. Or we need MPP voter or man President Kufuor or winning MPP vote the woman Kusansi, and winning MPP vote the woman Kusansi. And this is a original conforming I am a Faba and Yapa. And in 2024, a factor a point. A free OT, equal upper east, upper west, and northern, upper western region. The Lucy is a woman. It's and you are a victim of circumstances. It's not your fault. I may know anything, but we cannot wait. This situation, we and I have one price for him, making us solve in 2028. But the suspicion will not go away, and NPP will not be held ransom and stay in the position because of this matter. It's a fact. We are in this business to win power. And here emotional and here personalities, I'll give you examples. We are here to win power. And you shall see the city and the power of and the NDC always shows us the way. It's no emotions. You give me the same pocket here. And you have got money. Okay, you have a pocket here. Sometimes we get carried away with emotions when we have to do the politics. I would have contested them. So my election, my election, you can't stay at the papa. And you can't point out fast one. The boy. But my election, you know the day. And we are a political party. And you say, you have got Kamalinu Krano, then I contesting how I 2028, that is what we want to do. Akunyano abeto holiday. And only 187 183 or parliament. So when we be able to grow a woman or even 2028.
Bryan Acheampong and yakwa kwotie na banti wutie Bryan kasaye mu anu okire se Dr. Mahmood BAWUMIA de oye victim of circumstance na kusase ne mamprusi ntokwane ade no se Ghana fo ye sa kasa ye de Dr. Mahmood BAWUMIA esa sho babiom a enya ade a chese bebu esasa sa ntokwa no ade e be pagya ni mu ankasa na asema wo kan ye ebusua mi no mienu nyina nim sa asema wo kan ye boni bi anim asema wo kan ye eye no kura trodo ba esan se Dr. Bryan Acheampong one ye bear matches one no what into show good for one was added the tetra massa fentino. Was she said the Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia Crofway, one more bar bear fontaine if you dare you try just a one more to banana and the bushia or release the letter to say, Anne, what the letter Babonton were best say, oh, Ghana for. Aye MPP for aye wati me Dr. Bryan Acheampong manya madwen say bia me ba be disrespect Dr. BAWUMIA manya madwen say bia me ba be ka bibia je beku BAWUMIA ni mase de be letter in da hwe en wo kire say nsema achese wo kan ye no ka me akwa yesa amanfo bi na wo mo pese wo mo twist ne nsem no na wo mo maso wo no Bryan Acheampong yo bi just one pass swimje wo ba so wo de ntokwa ye fe ne tokwa ebi ba party ne mo na wo no na asema no nyina ne say Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia de enye ne fort say Ghana for yanto aba fa mana na so enye ne fort say MPP amanyoko no eluzi 2024 election na mmom no enam kusase ene mamprusi entokwa no de amafo kanom eno no Dr. Bryan Acheampong wode na no etu bibinti mebeto bebode ja makenkan letter no Eddie amount where if Dr. Bryan Acheampong the camp or say don't waste Dr. Bryan Acheampong's harmless comment. Our attention has been drawn to a video mischievously placed together and venomously captioned, making rounds on social media and associated serial misinterpretation on social media. Dr. Acheampong has not at any point blamed former Vice President Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia for the Kusase Mamprusi conflict. His comment in the original video clearly stated that Dr. Bawumia was a victim of circumstances, not a cause of division. Dr. Acheampong cautioned to express deep regret for the former Vice President. Dr. Acheampong's remarks reference a deliberate political strategy employed and exploited to weaken the NPP's performance in key regions and constituencies. This is a matter of record and should remain a strategic concern for the party moving forward. Dr. Acheampong's message is clear. The NPP must unite around a winning strategy and candidate. His campaign is anchored on unity, transparency, and results. His vision is to position the NPP for decisive victory in 2028 and to govern with the strength and clarity needed to resolve the deep-rooted issues holding communities and the nation back. We urge all discerning patriots to take a listen to the full recording of the relevant portions and draw their own honest conclusion. And for media enquiries or further clarification, and they over to me after yen spokesperson. Na one no atwetwe enkobo. Na me kan ade awie na say Dr. Bryan Acheampong, dear what's actual well letter mu any ensem achese circulate no ni nyina no eye no kure upese Ghana fo hu ni se e wom se wo ne dia wo pa asomdwe e wom se wo dia wo mpe wetimi waka me bibia na mmom no 2024 election na achese MPP ko ya wo mu wiye e san se candidate na wo mo de ne baaye no sa candidate na ensem fata e na sa candidate ne san se ne kura wo firi mu no chese entokwa epegya ni mu e wo no ni nyina no eka hu bi ena ama afa kokromoti na nto aba nti Dr. Bryan Acheampong waka asem say ya you should stand as a man asema wo kan ye record no e wo honom ti no se wo de letter tente ye ba bonteni ade na ye bia no e fa so be na be ba so sa ehumo bro sa mote sem ni be bia Ghana fo ye duru no enye nom ene ye de ba beto aba na wo kan ni sem wie ya na ja Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia ani MPP amanyoko no wo mo former candidate de wo present in the ba 2024 wo no so kopie mom e wo New York ye say NPP 33rd anniversary na wakopie mu honom no si ye bra mabre wo party ni mu pa ntimase danie dia maye wo MPP party mu mene me yire Samira Bawumia bra na chese ye defend MPP party ni dia ye bia mangina bebia na se manhu da se entokwa wo maprusi ni kusasi fo ntaminto no ye ntumi embe ye vice president ana se ye ntumi ya campaign wase bua wa bua MPP party pa enne Dr. Bryan Acheampong ko gina bebi beka se enam ono ne so na jese ndokwa jese ekoso o maprusi du kusasi vontem e oboko no MPP amanyoko na ntumi awi ni election wase wo kama Ghana fo nyina ate ase se wow besa wo stand as a candidate na delegate di kokromati no eto so aba no aye bia wo ba bra beka de obeye and was wo ba brana beka de ye to aba ne mawa de wo be ye wo vision ne wo ideas no fe no ni begu honom o record de wa ye de ama party no bra beka no na delegate efa kokromoti no ento aba fa ma na wo ba na be attack e bra na je se wo bra ne de ma hu se ye bi entokwa woni krom na nne no wo be so wo be ye president no enem bom no e na Ghana for any just a candidate mujira sa we de a straight bullet to Dr. Bryan Acheampong and Kennedy Ohine Japan BAWUMIA se wo ba bra beka de ba be ye memma na be attack obi a yenkwe na yenkotie Dr. BAWUMIA emrasisia.
We have unity. If you want to contest with me, come with your vision, come with your vision, come with your ideas, come with your integrity, come with your track record. And that is what we are going to run this campaign on ideas and not on where you come from. When I was defending the party in the Supreme Court in 2013, they did not say I'm a Mampusi man or a Muslim or a governor. When I was giving lectures and campaigning for the party to come into office in 2016, they did not say I was a Mampusi man, a governor or a Muslim. When my campaign in the North made the difference in our winning the 2020 election, they did not say I'm a Mampusi man, a governor or a Muslim. When Samira was campaigning the length and breadth of Ghana for this party, they did not say she was not a true Ghanaian. So what has changed now? Let us be clear that these views do not represent the views of the rank and file of the MPP. They don't represent the views. The MPP will always triumph over tribal and religious bigots. What we need is unity to go forward and win 2028. Without unity, we cannot win. Let us remember how.
No. Was one who are brave party ni mu papa. Just 2016. Now we defend the party no ye campaign ni ade. And ye mu nyina ma hu da sento ko woni krom. And then I wo be pe man pani akunwa na ba betena so no. And am be sha se attack no so ne de won pesa. E ma mo fa sa am attack no. E fa ma ne so. Wano wo ba de wo be ba be ye no ba no ba be ka wo be ka na amafo beto aba de amawa na amafo ato aba ama na wo ka ne nsem wie ye na ndi ebusua wo jampe ya na ndi owrusi mu se ti men was ye mutie me sa propaganda na mo de kona me ye kremoni nti na amafo nto aba mfa mma me ne ade no munyai wo se ne ni nje sa ade no ho some propaganda na just a modern nam ni ade and wo ye kremoni nti na amafo ato aba fama nti wo ka wie nam so oh Dr. Mahmoud BAWUMIA we podie se anka ya ye kaso obi a wo share this tribal politics ya anka ya wo esan se ayawo na wo ne wunianum kremofo ko hia ye na wo ka kire wo mo se we die ye de wo mo anka se wo mo die abanti no wo mo fa kokromoti no ento aba emfa ma wo nti wo be kan no ne wie ye no wo sa so ne ama fufufuro ko hia ye na wo sa ka kire wo mo se wo na wo ye kremoni no ye ama fo adwen se bia na MPP fo wo mo fa kremoni be di party ne nim da so this time ne de wo mo de waba na ba na wo mo de waba no wo mo be tuo ba ne dia ma ma chese yenti be mufu akra no ebe buru ya adwe ne yenti ase so nti wo na wo be ka asa asemi na afidie wo nuanum kremofo wo ma nto aba na afa ma wo na sa amafo ka eto de bia wo se ne emebi wo no ma Dr. Mahmoud BAWUMIA wo ti ase chese BAWUMIA wo we yebusua ade wo chira ne se wo be ka kire se nam ne so na MPP we BAWUMIA on pesa sa statement they say and na mono BAWUMIA so na MPP losing 2024 election on pesa obi abeka bida yate ha and I thank you to wo beka so no na MPP wi a wo mo we ye no wonim ho hwe na ebra na chese ye beto abampo na na roda kwekufo ado ne finance minister wo mo to fu wo mo no na wo no BAWUMIA nim ho hwe o wi ye beka say eniem ebra na chese wo tufo ebra no wo ka che MPP amanye kwozo wo mo yes no wo mantie it when it comes to Dr. Mahmoud BAWUMIA dear delegates any fellow presidential candidate Mesramo BAWUMIA dia one pan for Bebeka Jensen nomination MPP wey sempo na nomination MPP wey ya one person obeje saa die nedi but the same person ebeka kire Ghana for same eyade wono ne ye kremoni ntino ye beto abade man in as much as say I do not condone to this whole tribal politics near I feel say it is not healthy. To me, Nadia me feel say enye healthy. But wuna wujina no wankasa wenu masem wankasa wunsema wokanyen eno na ndamafo eyisu egesu wo be ka kire Ghana for say enam say Mahama every north wonso free north say one do to aba na say Mahama ba nobody from the north would come and then become a flag bearer or come and win election. Into wankasa wunsema wokanyen eno na nde eyisu egesu. Now when it comes to Dr. Mahmoud BAWUMIA the bonus no we are was yane and parliamentary candidates we honor we Christian na so me na me ye Muslim no me kra ni me nya more votes eche yo no na we ye parliamentary candidate or ye Christian no wakasa asem na me see ye Dr. Mahmoud BAWUMIA se wo be ye sa comparison ne pa dia in fact trust me say emwa ane se wo na wo ye presidential candidate no wo no nya more votes si nipa na wo ye parliamentary candidate no parliamentary candidate ne de hia ne se ne constituency samafo beto aba ne de ama no de hia na ne so obedi nkonim nti ne se wo BAWUMIA no nya 100 votes na obi a wo ye parliamentary candidate onya 20 votes impo na so wo bro nipa na wo ba ne so ano yoke and a 2024 election the number of people show busha wo mo to sa skirt and blouse nya asam ketwa any pair to skirt and blouse and yasem ketwa a good leader you be or accept criticism or bejia tum so we yampa me na me ba ye me na me beka we ma ban na na wo so na so unfortunately enema ntumi ankoye yamfa ma ye ntino mo de mo fa nche ye yesere mu nyina obi anka ne buntu de yem ye hwe nim se emre ekọ anim no ye be ye de soso ye be ye ne makase ene ade nyina na timamufu ahunu se oh candidate na wo ba 2024 no wo jitu mu ena gina wo jitu mu nso no wo betisere Ghana fo nyina wo be pacho wa kire Ghana fo nyina 2028 ye presenting a sense what patch up paint no ye de na ebe nye ye but when it comes to Dr. Mahmoud BAWUMIA bushia BAWUMIA all accept criticism da one jin to musa nomination na MPP amanyoko na we ye na you as the flag bearer the enam wo so ye go blame wan na no adanko de she na na adanko egufuado ene ye ne se Dr. Mahmoud BAWUMIA you were leader. Debbie Amekase, I will never sit here and say, Dr. Mahmoud BAWUMIA is not a fine gentleman, or you fine gentleman. Now, one should be a man penini bia, but some of the qualities of a good leader, sometimes I feel he lacks it. Good leader, dear, can't, dear, that's all there. Accept it, apologize. Yen show anima ye betumi, yen show kwa ye befa so a ye kwa ye nim ye betumi abuild. But one only dear enyo noa. Wonso na we candidate ntenye wo me na yaswa meti he me ne ya fa mbehema na ene ebusua wo kopie mu 33rd New York for wo mo MPP for wo mo celebration yase wo sa kwato bomb bi wo honom waso no enam ne so na nya so wo nye kremoni eno tira manfo anto ne so aba ne yenkwe na yenkotie no so emra sisia
2008 we had one seat. 2012, under President Akufo-Addo, we had 0 seats. 2016, we had 2 seats. 2020, we had 1 seat. And 2024, we went back to 0 seats. What all the data is saying is that out of the 6 seats in the MPP, out of the 6 seats, the 11 elections, MPP has 0 in 6 of the 11 elections. So this is not an area that is a stronghold of the MPP. In fact, if you took the whole Boku zone, the 6 constituencies put together, we lost just 30,000 votes in 2024. So you can't look, it is not the Boku election that made us lose 2024. And we need to be very clear about that the data shows that the Boku factor was not a factor in the outcome of the 2024 elections. and we should stop moving in that direction. Another piece of propaganda people have been pushing, and it's very important, is a religious propaganda that because I was a Muslim, and that's why we didn't win. That is also not supported by the data. I'm a data person, so I always go and look at the data. And if in fact that was the case, you would see that MPP presidential and parliamentary candidates, if in fact people were voting according to religion, in most of the constituencies, the Christian parliamentary candidate should have been doing better than me, isn't it? But that was not really the case. In most of our strongholds, I was doing better in many constituencies than our parliamentary candidates. If you see in places like Efija Section East, in Ashanti, Asante Akim Central, Asante Akim North, Akimawa Meja, Bekwai, Kwada, Soma, Pong, Manshia North, Manshia South, Mansun Edubia, Mansun Kwantan, Shayasun Sutra, Kwamambe Koso, Wasi East, Wasi West, Offensive South, and then Centuria Pram Place. This is just Ashanti. I did better than all the Christian parliamentary candidates in all these constituencies. So it doesn't show. My favorite example is Asen South. Asen South, my good friend Reverend Tim Forgio was the candidate. He's a reverend, but I beat him in his constituency. So that cannot be the case. That
Mahmoud BAWUMIA no was you boko honom le kra de enye MPP for strong seat ane was you ho ne de enka seat akese a kese MPP amanyoko no mota ewi ni wo honom ti munya kra se mo pese mo de chichire ne kon se nam ne so na MPP amanyoko no eluzi 2024 election na ye wo video ne so a wono Dr. Mahmoud BAWUMIA ne betu na nu tuo ka kire Ghana fo se eyade a kese nkremofo ne de kokromote no ebeto aba ede ama ne yentie sa video ne somra ne yewia de wo honom no na maka kire BAWUMIA
omu njindi se MPP omu de Dr. BAWUMIA beba but omu de ne ba dia omu betu ama no sana omu kaya omu betu ama no amba enti ushe north na ushe zongwa two strongholds Dr. BAWUMIA begina ebetofo etofom so a NDC timi win election voter region me call Gina voter regional making more votes ama MPP where voter region making more votes ama voter enyesa making voters so making enti almost strongholds no nyina ebe shake omo enintina omusuro Dr. BAWUMIA sano enyesa because omunyina nim say me begina ho a mema omu showdown
Dr. Mahmoud BAWUMIA mesre ye papa say sasidie we pa de ya en eya mentansere sai ye ni abre wo krom ha sasidie we papa Dr. Mahmoud BAWUMIA mesre ye papa you are fine gentleman this kind of laughing nkwa de to max hey Dr. Mahmoud BAWUMIA ebusha Dr. Mahmoud BAWUMIA na ye beto abanimu no wakas wo be ma showdown nkrebo fo ne beto ama no wo ma beto ama no eno ni o Dr. Mahmoud BAWUMIA eno ni a enne de wo be ka kire Ghana fo se enam ne so na MPP for lose election enyo no ene wa mankremofo na nkwankoto abanfa ma no na wono kra no constituency bi wo honom a wonya vote esie Christopher MP sa wo mo honom na ye beto aba no Gonja fo beti ye won youth wo Gonja land beti Ghana fo won and same yenhwe ye papa na mamprusi eni kusasi ntokwa no onipa biara ye involved bia no ya fa no ama megina ni mesan se mamprusi fo wa adwe bi wo mutirim se ye de sa nipa no eba e ya yade a chese kusasi se nipa ne kusasi ne a nipa ne benya upper hand ena se nipa le so wo ye ayiman prusini a kusasi fo ne so wadwen bi wo mu tirim se ye de sa nipa ne ba yade a nipa no so benya upper hand ntino the man prusi and the kusasi ntokwa no they didn't want us to present any candidate and as at that time na etuo ni ade a chese na ekitekita wo mu wo boko se na ntokwa ne gina mu no na enkrofo wo mu ho no in as much as me na minim say Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia onye sanko totuo enfa nkohye amafo nsase wo mu nkokwe no nko ade minim say Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia onye sade ne da but na wo mu make allegations be said because we are vice president ntino ama ne nkrofo wo mu ye bibia wo mu ndwe ho nti sa wo ne na wo mu de ma Ghana fo say ye hweye MPP fo mu hweye na mankofa Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia mbegina ho no na mo de ba kokoboti no ye mfa nto aba fo ma na seti before yentie anase menka ne say MPP delegate wo mantie a wo mkofa BAWUMIA ba ye no eka ubi ene MPP we ye nti sisi ane me say bisa say Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia si ema ye blame no enam ono ne so na MPP we ye me pa chowo why pa ne yenko blame e bia wonim ni pa yenko blame nam sure ema MPP amanyoko no wo mo we ye a me sure say o be fa comment section na say e dia mame obi beka say bia na nado dan kwaku ado suminu mienu nim say na nado one stand na nado dan kwaku ado kra no waka wana wo mo ye ya say Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia embe take over into the say and then what the question na nado so ebusia trust me say enye ye the candidate who MPP brought 2024 wasn't the best candidate Mama ya accepting sir and people have this ways for maka say and MPP for there yemfa wo bia ma first time and nipa no watu bia di nkunim da nti ye de BAWUMIA ba na se wendi nkunim a ye de ne beba second time ye de ne beba third time emfa me ho de it is none of my business but some a political party ne say mo betumi aba power some mentality sa adwe na wo mutirim say yemfa wo bia ma first time and nipa ni wini da no munyi sa de ni fa firi mutirim e san say mo benya candidate be as a candidate no ne track record clean onye corrupt nipa just team for do no nipa NDC MPP floating voters ni na no wo ma ye ready so am de kokromoti no ebeto aba fa e de ama nipa nti wo begina ho na be ka chem say na ye nim say MPP for there ye fa wo bi am first time na nipa de me wini dent no we na sheda nye news sometimes I feel say we make such analysis maybe na ebofom kakra I hope you understand me because say debia wo ba only first work class da eno ne nkire say wo ba no want to be in the first ane wo sua de no omia nani a first position no wo no shu betumi edi bi video na just Gonda land for youth wo hanom wo mu tu Ghana fo nyina fo say ma mo fa BAWUMIA ma na just MPP fo ntie no wo mo de ne ba ya just wo man to aba no e wo hon man no so be hye so be ka me ho ne yakọ na yakọ akọ sa video no abasisi a.
We are here at the police headquarters to address you concerning what has happened to our area. The Boya, to be specific. The Boya town has been invaded this morning. Early hours of today, police has invaded the whole town. Caused the arrest of so many innocent people, which didn't know what has happened. It related to the case involving two tribes. Who are these two tribes? Gonjes and Mampusi. And we have a long-standing land dispute in our end there when Mampusi are occupying. We don't have any issue with them occupying that land, yet they want to claim it from us because power has been vested to them and they know they have a powerful vice president who always be behind them. We don't have any powerful person behind us. Our land, our incantation, that's preventing our land for us. And today we are at the police headquarters because our brothers have been invaded.
Our
118 of them are there. No food, no water. They have no access to their relatives to get them food to eat. Why do we deserve this? A conflict between two tribes. A conflict between two tribes. Only one side will cause arrest.
How many people
we have arrested? They have not arrested anybody from Mampusi land.
Why?
What do we do to deserve what we are going through? Our gun just not part of Ghanaians at all.
Exactly.
And the bullets we are finding on the ground, if no security, that can provide that bullets. No any civilian can have that bullet.
Exactly.
Why are we going through this? Because BAWUMIA is fueling them. We are here with their chief, so now insult all Gonjes. Call Gonjes liars. Call Gonjes human vultures. Flying all over and looking for food. Gonjes, we are proud of ourselves. We won't sell our pride for any other person. The MPP man, the vice president, we will not take Gonjes for him and we will not give our land for any Mampusi. We are sending warning to them to know that we Gonjes are ready. If our brothers are not released today, we are ready for anything.
We met it. Evidence. I was there when they brought it. This is we met President Shopi also coming out. They came here with BAWUMIA pickup. Why? I will not Ghanaians. They came the police station. They came because of that. The women they invaded the people in before they picked they went out with the pickup. They left with the car. So this is not. We don't even need someone to tell us that they came here because of this. Why? With this political colors on it, and you brought it. Because you think being power will always end. Power will always end.
Said I'm also going to add it. We are not fighting with anybody. Exactly. We are fighting with Mampusis, and we are fighting because of land. So we are defending our land. Yes, we are defending it. So why will politicians intervene?
You have evidence that
yes. Zero
and now they've arrested innocent men, old men. Some are even on medication. Why would they do this? Around 3 o'clock midnight up to now. Why didn't they go and arrest Mampurugu? Why didn't they go there? Why didn't they visit them? Why two people are fighting? And if you want to stop the fight, what will you do? What will you do? So did they go there? So why are they telling us? What are they telling us? We are disappointed.
Why are they arresting them?
We are ready for them to be released or we'll sleep here. That is why we are ready.
Ebusia video no na yakwa akwhwe abane nti wutie wo mokasa that this video was before sana yakwa akwoto 2024 abano nti no we ye enkrofo a wo mu free boko na wo mokasa asem we akire Ghana for and Dr. Mahmoud BAWUMIA sho ebeka kire Ghana for say they are going to vote for him but sa woni we ni yentie and ya present BAWUMIA de bia metena video ma meka me say mo ya na mo hwedwumedie me hu so obi a comment I think one lady Monica was saying na Kennedy ye traitor na Kennedy ntumi mbelidi na BAWUMIA bedi nkunim meti hey se BAWUMIA di nkunim ebusua enka me quote na aka me shirt yena na yendo NDC amanyokuo no na so at the end of the day NDC ababa ye no me pa acho Ghana ne yentimu ana de ye fam nyina yetim MPP amanyokuo penifo anu wo mu woman wo mu gina ekasa ditia NDC amanyokuo no ene NDC ba power me ba jo obi etukwan ana MPP wo power de ye bedi nanu an ye bedi NDC wo power de ye bedi nanu an ye bedi na so ye ne ya fa ato ye ho se ye bekoso ne ya kanokura ne de akire Ghana for ruchu mutan ya nokura ne beka de bia metena ha me wasem bia me ka se minjire baby enka da se Dr. Mahmoud BAWUMIA want to be meye mampeni wo krom ha anything is possible bibia betumi asi at any time I brad atamo ze kura free mu no menye sure se na John Dramani Mahama na wonani so se bibi ba besim oba be ye mampeni debi but that day wo ko adwuma no wo ko as vice president na so oba fie no na wo ye mampeni nti bibia betumi asi wo ye mayi mu twedi aponyankopɔ hatawe wono nko anem die besti in the next minute ba ye ni de ye ka kire Ghana for say bokufo message a wo mo de ba ne say ye person ye present candidate a wo free Mampurusi a ye nim se BAWUMIA ye Mampurusi ni enti sa candidate so betumi aba obedi kunima age se entokwa na ekosho ewo boko no sa entokwa no a stop e na ye nyina so di wadas ye se anye hwe Dr. John Dramani Mahama ba ye ebe chine mu ana nya asem ketwa e go to a time mpo a na e wo se na no ye na no tumfo na wo so wo bem na wo beka bi e de ma wo mo itine se ne mu presented BAWUMIA biom na se ni nuanom kremofo beto oba ama na I don't have any problem 2024 me to aba de ma Dr. Mahmoud BAWUMIA I say when Makasa 2024 me ye MPP ni metuaba e de ma Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia hana ATP etuaba ma Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia ye betina fidiem ha me anopa me twefo frɛ me ma me ne me papa sɛ me srɛ wo mu ye papa wo mu nkoto aba ne fa ma Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia na Bawumia me ye mampani not because I like Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia or he was saying something na ebro sunti because I was an MPP member. And yes, Bawumia ye presented no. Now I am a preferred candidate, and that's why your candidate was sure be, and that's why your candidate. Me won't say it to a banana. Wababa ye papa be the amount. Oh my God, Debbie. I voted for Bawumia because I am an MPP member. It's in the Sabaya, Wamoko to 31st January. So Wamoko to the French. Not Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia winia. Osimwe Ghana for it is time for them to decide on 2028. But Wamuko aba no na se wakami wetibe frakadam because no wamu chinchimi kwabrane no wamu sa so de we be hye yekowa. That is when na yemu bi ye betina fidiem hanim se ya condemn that act. Nti emo obi adwenye ne se bia mempe Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia asem debi Bawumia is a fine gentleman. Why a fine gentleman? One should be a kunyani bia esafata. But we are talking about nipa obeba bebuwa wo mino. So wa sha se na so the policies ba na policies are wode ba no. Eyade emu odei, eyade mi hunu se bebuwa my Ghana. Why not? I stand for policies o. Policies the obebuwa wo mino no na ye hwehwe. Ba se Bawumia entumi afa policy bia ma je se why should I come and sit here and then campaign for him? I'm not going to do that. I am a Ghanaian, yes. Me a Ghanaian be jina hodema no kreno. Me a Ghanaian just a candidate or bebano. Nasemo beka na beto makuma so na me usho obeboa ye nkwadia. I am ever ready say make sure me support the amanti. Mo am prep na ya na mo ba comment section na say na Bawumia be winning na de ye hyehye ne emfa me patcho de bi. Me ne de Kennedy na me hu ne say so oba obetumi aba bebo my Ghana. Last week Friday metina video maka chem say Musa Dankwa wase wakwa ye polls bi na wakoye ye no Kennedy ohine Japan nya 17% and Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia enya 52%. Na said ye wo beka ye na amafo train abasa ne sere sabre ya medebo kase o guarantee interview e was Star FM credits no enko enfama wo mo and watch so asem na obeka ye na mi se Ghana fo mu bebrere wo hono ma mo ntena se or compare a year 2024 said ye MPP primaries ne koye said ye main election ne koye no and wo pese Ghana for hu ne say Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia getting 52% no e kire say MPP before president Bawumia bioma wo bewe me hu ni interview bi a wo sa show ka say e ka wono nko dia aka Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia on resigning kope baby ntira and Musa Dankwa na what the report iba ya na MP before that's one of Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia no many abiri and one year campaign one asade sa same way aba make sure say no show beka me one yakọ na yakọ akotie abasisia.
We are 52% at the moment per the polls between August 12 and 20 is pointed to 52% for him, and Kennedy Acheampong is trailing with 17%. Were you surprised by this outcome? Because, you know, there are many people who have been talking about Kennedy being a threat. I know it's early days yet, but looking at the numbers.
If you look at the polls were conducted in July among MPP voters, 70% of MPP ordinary voters of the country prefer Bawumia, according to the July poll.
70%.
70%. And 17% preferred Kennedy. If you compare the views of ordinary MPP voters to Delegate, it tells you that Bawumia is doing far worse among the delegates than he's currently doing among general MPP voters.
Can you repeat that? You're saying that in the general MPP supporters base, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia is doing 70%.
Yes.
But among the delegates, doing 52% means that he's doing far worse than what the general party supporters agree with.
Precisely. And if you look at Kennedy, he was doing 17% among the general MPP voters. But he is still doing 17% among delegates. It means that he is doing better among delegates, technically, than among the the MPP voters currently. But then in the case of the delegates, you can see that there's a huge chunk of voters who are currently undecided. And those who are, say, not disclosed, as I've mentioned before, they normally vote for Kennedy. So if you do the adjustment, which other ones do now, Kennedy could be far higher than where he is now. But there are a lot more souls we won among those who are undecided.
Musa dankwa ena sabri yakwa kotie ne nsem no abadintire sede na amafu jubilate di ade no ese Dr. BAWUMIA the delegate 70% and the ekura no wo betumi aba but when it comes to general election na Dr. BAWUMIA west into no say sade e wode ba ye no na amafu bebre nante ase owie ye so say Kennedy or in Japan ne 17% a won de ba ye no he's still maintaining that 17% ane both MPP primaries both general election BAWUMIA de na drop enu ntiro no kwa de ka won nko enkefuto ba ko de be man senga BAWUMIA ogope bebi ntina ane na Kennedy or in Japan emrahara ATB atenase wode newspaper review no eba besom ye na buhua wa wiesu agese mate asem bi ewo masuma menko amintumi efa nhya me homi wie a mede ne nyina no ebetu dwa ede amamo ATP
na ya se
bibi abokode
yesu adom na nso e
oba de na daroma me nso me hu ye yie papa eja ne nkrata ne nsem ena abawom
okay na ya se we na wie ma me fa the new publisher enfama yetiefo ni ahwefo nyina kwa aba enfamra enejumedis the no be pemu the new publisher na se shatawale ni foni eda hase last week ena yokofo eche no na abramu beli na pe ena se okopie mu ewo empoano asese wo kodware ye ekire se amamre kwan so no ohoro oboni nyina na se okopie mu no se de be ya bibi boni bia entimi enya we ne krata the new publisher ebo ho amanebo ewa ha se wonya bianu akomusuko no akenka ne nyina bi kama soso de amaye na wo ba ase na se Dr. BAWUMIA ni foni eda ha sei sanso na Bryan Acheampong so ni foni eda enam sema Bryan Acheampong ebe kan ye efa sa tribalism no na wasasa babon tibiem se emayenfa blame no emfa man enye sa asem na wo ka batamafo bebre na atriste asem na omoka asem for friend kratai kan wasem enso ewa hase na oba ne nchemu ase nam galamse a se yenso science ase na mo se ye japade wo man Ghana mo ase na yekuani bia na wo kọ eye adwe okọ yekua a okoto se sa na petini bi da honom ye galamse site wakwa kotoma ne nkwaya ya ne kratai kan wasem ewa ha wonya bia no akomusu kwa kenkan ne nyina bi kama so de amaye mamefa onko Delegate na be pay mo Delegate nso so a na se Bryan Acheampong ni foni eda ase ona sin sama yekoso social media wo mu se last year over the weekends no wo be kan se Dr. BAWUMIA mamprusi ni kusasi entokwa no ne gina so MP amane ku 2024 so mo we potodo eno o chire maka se asamanfo bebre na atresti asem na so mo ka different no no enye sa na wo pa aka whatever letter tenten enso e de ababonten na wunya Delegate da obekubu suko no akenkan ne nyina bi kama so e de abaye na wo ba ne nchemu ase na ese galamse fo e na yese ya che omo omugua se na wo kopie mo wo Western region eye ba bi ese omoye rubber no enuane ewo honom nyina no omatwitwa enuane nyina ede ego ese omo de honom adane galamse site omutu galamse enne a police fo akwakoso omo paachi a yedo omo akwakwa PM police station yeja yedo omo kwakwa gina na court enso di ensem no ato ba bi ese yede to Dr. BAWUMIA so ni foni eda ha se wokata fe to so miensa na ne nyina ha Bryan Acheampong over the weekend ensem a wobeka ye ene gina so ma Dr. BAWUMIA ekase ase yesi a ne tribalism ne radio say propaganda no you too much do into obesrada say wo pese wo lead MPP abanuko na say wo ye campaign aton ho member ka different thing bi na class Delegate ka WhatsApp enso e wa assistance na Shatawale enso ne phone e da hasabra yoko eyi no kopie mu onpoano ekwadware ye no ene class ka WhatsApp enso e wa hase na wo ba asia enso so a yeso kopie mu asima senior high school na say government ye tablets a man penny dada na nadan kwakufu ede koye no emu baako 21 etimi ayira ene krata delegate bo ho amanebo enso e wo hase wonya bia no akomusu kwa kenkan nyina bi kama so ede amaye mede wo kwa the Ghanaian Times na be pie mo the Ghanaian Times so a na se eyesi edun ketiani foni ede hase katafa toso eye nwotwe na ne sama eye krata yi kanyina ene se wuko pie mo temale central eye ba election e ba be koso sanka ye mu takanka wanwu a anko obi enu man ko be hu se bia sankrofo bi se nka percent kaja wo mo be di se akunya no na osini pa mako 14 e na atwe wo muti wo pese wo mko na wo mko to wo so aba se de be ye ono so betima ko eye Parliament House and also betima baba MP na say educate akrada o say ne wanwa cause wa na anwene ho krada say muntakati asini nyina na amafo bi pese ja omo na say edifri no me krata the Ghanaian Times e kan wasem enso e wasem sanso na wo ba ne sura say so na say man pani JDM abra wo kopie mu e wo Japan no ya na wo no mu akwa kodin koma fire Greek no ho ene o manya di $100 million US dollars eba bebo ama ya agri sector no bibia so akono wano enso e wa hase sanso na ye book researching allowances no ye see 2025 ka ye bebo e wo hom e ye 712 million Ghana cedis e wo my Ghana mu ase a e ye education minister enso e dia betu dwa na Ghanaian Times e kan wase enso e wa hase me de wo kwa the chronicle na be pimo the chronicle so a na se Dr. BAWUMIA ni phone e de hase kama na ni nyina ye Bryan Acheampong wasa so abeka se nye de na wo kan no na naija Ghana fo asho mo mattress na mo kansen foforo so se Ghana fo ada mo nkasa wo no nkasa wo yi BAWUMIA ne fan kosi nte na onya bia ko musuko no akenkan nyina enso edamaye na kwatia by election no nyakopon on the 2nd September na nyam patch na ni week pepepe na eba be koso aye hu se enkrofom mako edu aya che wo mo ese etuo egu omo ka ma enye fedi agri ache omo nyina ai na yesra IGP so on in 9 fancy from said e be ya omo na omo so asa atu ni nyina begu omo ka mu no yetimi ache omo na kratai kan wasem enso so kratai kwada wasi nipa 5 but uko social media other platform ni so a omo se enipa eduntunya krata ni bia katafa etosu mienu ene miensa obekomo suko no akenkan nyina bi so edi amaye na ba katafa etosu eye dunnan so a na se Bryan Acheampong na kase ena o se 2024 no ye de wi na oban no esimi ekono bad economy no ena ejina so man PP amanuko no reporto nyanya se bia wode no ho ekobo yes net no ena ejina so ma NPP amanuko no ye ne krata kan wasem enso ewa ha medo ko daily graphic sorry na be pay mo daily graphic in so a na ese gamanche eye homo hot 2025 no ese okopie mu wo ye nananom so ese okogugu nsa ene krata enso kan wasem enso ha 2025 BEC results no so no ya babonti anti se wunua bi etro bia enimoni mo betima kwa check you see nakopon on the 18th of October omo ekosuku a ansa oba soro ase ya nipa numa ese ya che omo a ya hu se omo di etu ekwakopie mu ya akotia ne so daily graphic enso kan wasem enso ewa hase ma me fa wonko Delegate na be pie mu Delegate so a na ese free ya anka ne phone eda hase kama na ne sama waka nyina so wo ayeye prophecies no adosho do dev prophecies no adosho too much do ade wono na wose ne office wonom no wa ya nka se won fa magic prophecies bia wo no mitiye mo amode ba ni nyina ye so okay wono wa pa bakra se wo je se 2 minutes wo be hwe so ana so wo je se office ni se wo de be ye se adwuma na ene Delegate ka wasem enso so e wa hase sanso na Bryan Acheampong ne Dr. BAWUMIA omofoni eda hase ni nyina over the weekend sem ekokọ so ni nyina no enye tai kan wasem enso so e wa hase na ya Rich Hospital ya Ralph ne ho sensema last week beto so social media ka se we pray nurse ni bi no nurse ni de ne court no so wo je 7 million Ghana cedis a esi na da ya Ralph ti so ya hwe se ya Ralph so obetria na se wontria no so krata kan wasem enso so e wa hase sanso na over the weekends no kopie mo social media ya sin crofo mako dumienu mo kopie mu water cradia no kwa ritual sa ya che wo mu na ha ne krata delegate kan wasem enso wa ha sei sanso na ya mean enso so etutu bi de ma ya mampani JDM no ka se me mampani mi kura mi NDC ni mapa na so ya anti galamse a ekoso wa ha sei tax force for no wo mo jeje bribe dodo entimasa for ni kire ho no me na sa de ekoso ni nyina no eto entimi entwa wo kroma sei ma me fa anko daily post na be pie mo daily post enso so a na se Emma Penny JDM ni phone eda hase sanso eno kopie mu ewo Japan no omusu ni phone eda hase ni nyina kire se esi anyakopon aya adoma esi anya $10 million e de beboa ma ya Greek no etimi akoso ye papa kasa fe to so ensia na se rekopoku na kasa no se MPP abanukuo na ekwo no wo mu Jessica 9 billion e ka omode ewo ya Greek center no 9 billion Ghana cedis ne kratai kan wasem enso ewo hase wunya bia na wakomusuko enso so ede amaye mamefa the Ghanaian publisher fan sorry so na Ghanaian publisher kratafa toso biensa no na se Dr. BAWUMIA one Bryan Acheampong boot for boot ekoso no eno so kratai ka ho so asem enso so asem na abepie mu ase enso so a na so ponkro ma wakwakosi college education ko primo yire bia ese wakwa kosi school dan de ama wo mo a enye fediagro ne kratai kan wasem kama so wa hasesan so na ye tokonu ne won sensem ne suspension ne won sensem na ha ene yese ye ma me sofa ya kufu ene omo keke ka ho edoba no ababa betum bia ene krata enso so ebo ho enso amane enso ha na wo ba nchemu wase enso so a na se man pani JDM ni phone eda hasesan so na ye mean enso ni phone eda hani nyina galamse ate se ewo man Ghana mu ase ese yenso se yensase ewo man Ghana mu ase no ena ya mean kire se enokopie mu ye task force a ye man pani JDM ete no man Ghana mu ase ya ese no ma hyase ejeje bribe hodo a ewo man Ghana mu ase omo hwa wojo bribe na eja wo makwa akotena hodom na eja mu tu galamse nti ye man pani enfo na ni ensho no ma ene daily the Ghanaian publisher enso kan wasem enso ha wunya bia na wakomusuko no akenkane nyina bi kama soso ede amati na ya sewa mama fa the Ghanaian publisher enfan sorry krata ni nyina so na fa de aka nyina eto asoma yetiefo ni ahwefo ada ne den no mojebre etie ye
okay hana ATP meda wasiye papa na unim se MPP amanyokuo no wo mo communicator ye friend no Abubakari Yakubu and yesi Bryan Acheampong be ye program bi any say ja woto nsa e the friend was Bryan Acheampong akoka se Dr. BAWUMIA election no esanse yenkremufo nsensem tribal yinte no letter no was program no nsia sendence ase ochena
onsia ongo
Ebisi hana ATP and any newspaper review no ebesom ye enche kra me communicators ni na no ebetena se me ka che say exactly 3 pm ya dia wo mu beji wo mu edwa na ya twetwe enkomo ede afa oman Ghana ho na ye nwemu ewo akwatia by election ATP di newspaper no eba no o ka che say enipa 10 ena ya grabe wo mu achese ne ye ka etuo mu tuo abusia ebihihye wo mu ho ankasa wo mu nyina no aye ready so wo me ye MPP fuo so wo me ye NDC fuo sa abre ya me mo ka se de ya de me ntumi enkyere ye choice police fuo wo mu mbeba abonte ye beba be ka bibi na ya fra brantie bi Camel yes ye fra no amasama broni ane Camel amasama broni en wo de se bia ba abonte abusia wo kyere se we de ye kokobo emu wo de pa no de ma MPP amanyokuo no esan say o si NDC fo wo mo be makintie kenti be ma bole de vigilante fo ya sua wo mo bi e de akwakogu eye akwatia na just wo ka just me na mete ha na busua me ni evidence na we na metie ne nsem ni wie na me say ye we de IGP yo yo no say the abrante e ka say na just wo evidence papa mo je sua gu shu de Ghana fo amene ye pesi ye de kokromoti kwa akoto aba abepa adwuma de am obi maame ni obi papa na ye ntimemfo ne ye bebo ye tu aba beku ye ane ye mpese sa de ne ebi besi enti ye sere wo mo ankasa se de abrantie ye frɛ ne amasama broni wo si fa ka sei mesre IGP so obeto sa de afrɛ no na bebi biara evidence ni hye bia no wo tumi enka na ne sa mema wo mu kodi nyamra sam nyame yadoma on the 2nd of September ye tumi grab wo mu nyina ane eno na Ghana for yɛhwehwɛ na sɛ de abrante ne kasa no sisi ane de wo ka bibie na wo hwura na wa hyɛ de allegedly wo de aba beta ho nti ende allegedly ebusua wa ka ne be boto ka me ho ne yenkɔ na yenkotie emra sisi a
MPP penifo me ka penifo a me kyerɛ national leadership menya report bi report no kyerɛ sɛ so far no NDC edomo vigilante groups akotia twice and information also kyerɛ me say omo prepared to go back there again. And part of the information no is alleged say already no krano omo di nyama meka nyama I hope samuti ase into 20 nyama bi akotete. That's a alleged your friends are unconfirmed, but that is the information menya. Omo national organizer some share video na online national organizer edi ebinum edi kan ko ho ena omo asan ko ho bio within by the end of this week minimum ka say some of them will go back to Akwetia. Nyomu yani nyina is in readiness for the by-election. In the MPP penning for mamu fa the by-election for granted. Nyo omukoya wa Blakuma North no information I mean sa can say one person omukoya worse than that. Worse than that. And the mamu dream say NDC is going to play it safe in Akwetia. Intimate as quickly as possible no. Some will petition the police service, any the military, whatever is the best institutions are, including the president. Say this is the information. My picky and intelligence are the party ya picky. Say NDC vigilantes no epese omunkoye to trust them ho. Yes, may take things for granted. More when your police for you the police for echo a Blakuma North without even a handcuff. It is a did to trust them crap police ni no original hono. Nyomu bani so no ontimi nya hwi. Ebi no mpese omunye. Omu best tuma police for ewo ho, but they will not be armed. My press conference na interior minister ebeye ye no endada mo. Party penning for manin dada mo. Say ombechi amafo ni ensi. They know them. And mesre me party penning for. Let's take this information very, very seriously because Akwetia might be added again to part of by-elections violence. For NDC, they careless. For now, they careless. No more person say they want to show say they can bulldoze their way. At TT MPP, they can do what they can run us. They can run through the MPP at will. No, after all, they're an ABC. Into a penny for national executives. Wait there. Information menya. Me de betu ja. Because we enye kukumas and because of plan. I was say yamomun say no more starting shisha no yenim. Enti never we chire ni there party penning for me fro we chire ama mo details. Madam say
Broni ena yakwa akotie na banti wutie ne kasa emu didia na chese dia wo kanyina no wani because ono na wodi information no ema MPP amanyo konti we dia IGP na migusua asre oye papa se aka obeso nimu ahu na ne bebi agese NDC fo ko ye bebi a wo mudi etuo ne ne ama no ko hyehye ye no na wetumi akire me se mojeshuegu na dosu wo mayimu enya akotia election just a day election how many constituencies simple and a wohodoma and as how many police stations and a wohodoma and also the ebema mafo ababe bru tuo de egu hodoma ababe kunkuma manfo said the IGP ankasa ne ne asifa abede no we list mistake ye bechewo ne ye chewo nso de a wo bedemu ankasa youth no ma mesha assembly kanka ase munsu enyansa enkwaje 100 cities ni 200 cities nkwatam tuo enkwadi nkwasi asemente sa wo bedem for life ankasa no Mamida production team ni nyina ase hana ATP and the newspaper review no ebe so so no executive producer so Mr. Daniel Yebo Nyankopon ehira wo nyina ye power apanyampaechina exactly 2 p.m. me ba betena fidie manu se nam do Ghana ho nsensem nyina so aba be so stay safe ye be san so edi hia.